Houston, say again, please. Houston, we've had a problem. We've had a main B plus undervolt. Roger, main B undervolt. Okay, stand by 13, we're looking.
We all remember the famous dome that was presented on Warriors Facebook group that went viral on the internet last year in 2015. It was a great image, it was a great dome, it was what I call a perfect image. It was what I would call and describe as proof of life on Mars and a civilization that could build constructions on the surface. I am proud today to have with me the very same person that actually found the dome on the Opportunity image. I'm proud to have him as a private friend also. Welcome to David Gannet. Welcome, David.
Thank you, TJ. What an honor to share a little time with you and to get to see finally what a really good-looking guy you are, and that there's a brain to go along with all of that.
I hope when I get your age, I will hope I look just as good as you do. So right back at you.
Yeah, keep it up. Keep it up.
Let's stay on the Mars topic.
Fire away.
David, you found that famous dome that went viral on the internet, and I have seen some of the YouTube channels that actually had used your image and the same image that I enhanced also on them, and some of them have 2 and 3 million views on it. What was your first thought when you found that image and saw that dome and knew what you had found?
Well, I am accustomed to watching and looking for non-fractal lines in images. I have a background in photo surveillance, photogrammetry, 3D photography, that type of thing. And as you well know, after you've looked at thousands and thousands of images, your eye gets acclimated to picking things out quickly. And the instant I pulled this picture up, about a mile away, I saw that little dome, and I went, oh, boy, look at that. And, of course, as I zoomed in, as you know, there were a lot of pixelation, a lot of junk in the pictures that we get from NASA. But over the years, I've gradually learned how to clean things up. And it's very, very important to me that I never add to or subtract anything from a photograph. That I adhere to what I call pixel integrity. I only work with it actually is there. And so I will go in at a pixel level. I will enhance darkness or lightness to bring out details, but I never do anything to change what is there. So as I cleaned up this photo and began working on, a lot of times, as you know, when you're working at a high magnification, you don't really see the results until you back up.
No.
Like a sign painter, you know. And when I finally finished up and backed up, I went, my goodness, that is a construction. It looks to be metallic. It's got reflection of the afternoon sunlight off of a perfectly smooth surface. It appears to have 2 vents at the top. It appears to have windows or doors all around the perimeter. But here's what's got me. This is what got me. You see, off to the right, there's another smaller dome up on a pedestal, almost like an observatory. It, too, shows the same characteristics. It's smooth, it's reflective, it's got openings, doorways, windows, perhaps. It's a little hard to tell. But what got me is that there's a zigzag path going right up to that little building, whatever it is.
I noticed
Now, the other thing that got me is off to the right of that, there's another smaller building. It looks like a silo. It's another little dome on top of a cylinder. And there's a brilliant 2 lights, a vertical light and a horizontal light in like a backwards L. And they're intensely bright. They're intensely bright lights that are visible during the Martian afternoon sun, which is quite bright. Okay, so these are very, very bright lights. What purpose they serve, I don't know. But to me, this looks like part of a outpost, if you will. And who knows? Maybe that dome with the pathway is an outhouse. I don't know.
I'm sitting here and looking at it at the same time on my tiny little tablet here while we are talking. This is a really, really great and awesome pictures, and the zigzagging looks like some kind of I don't know if I had to use the word wall or connection path to something else. What do you think about the zigzag pattern?
Well, to me that's a pathway, because just like the Nazca lines, if you're familiar with that.
Yes, I am.
And what they would do is they would trample and remove the surface topsoil so that the lighter topsoil showed through. Now, I have found many times on Mars what appear to be footpaths that are being regularly used by something or somebody where the topsoil has been disturbed and the lighter subsoil is visible. We get the same thing when you walk in a forest, or when you walk along the beach, or if you walk in sand dunes. You can see where people have been, not so much by the footprints, that helps, but where the change in color indicates footwear.
Yeah.
And so that's what this tells me in this picture, is that this is a footpath. And what's interesting to me is I have seen these zigzag footpaths around many different dwellings that I've found. And I think, why? Why is it zigzag when you could just walk straight? Okay, so here's my thought, and this is just speculation, TJ.
We can only speculate, yes.
We can only speculate.
Yeah.
But here's what I think, is that first of all, there's something off the pathway that's hard to walk on or dangerous to walk on, be it volcanic rocks, very sharp, be it critters of some kind, insects or something, not good to be around. That zigzag path is it gives you a tactical advantage. The person has to turn and turn and turn. So you have time, if you have to defend the enclosure, you not only have time to defend from whoever is approaching, but they have to present different sides to you as they come up that zigzag. So that's the thought that I had, because I've seen this several times now. And by way of mentioning your earlier comment where someone had taken the photo and they're getting millions of hits on YouTube and stuff. Well, you're the granddaddy of them all. I mean, I have seen your photos stolen repeatedly, people claiming all kinds of things, that they found it and it's theirs, and you never get the credit. In the end, it's good that the pictures get out, that people are seeing
the
it.
most important is the picture is getting out, the truth is getting out. But it would be good to get the credit for your work. I remember one specific time I found an old opportunity picture, and remember this when I'm saying this, opportunity, spirit, curiosity has been taking more than 1 million pictures, more than 1 million pictures together. And then I went 4 years back, took a coincidental, I think it was opportunity image, and start zooming on that and found what looks, and I say what looks, not is, but what looks like 2 men standing at something that looks like something that has crashed on the ground. I
think I remember that.
Yes, and the reason I found it was by coincidence. Most of what we're finding is by coincidence, and that was because I was doing some testing with reversing the colors of specific images, because some guy had told me try to reverse some colors from time to time, and I tried that, and they just popped out. Yeah. I posted that picture in my group, Mars Moon Space Photo Zoom Club, on Facebook. The day after came out a video on YouTube with a person claiming, I'm not going to say the name on this YouTube channel, but that YouTube channel came up with a video on that findings. They used my picture, they cut it out, the Mars Moon Space Photo Zoom Club logo, and they said, we just found this. And that's amazing, because between more than 1 million pictures, they exactly the day after I posted it, found by coincidence exactly the same photos from exactly the same nav cam, from exactly the same rover, from exactly the same date 4 years back.
What a coincidence!
And they did exactly reverse the colors exactly like I did. You know, I think it's more easy to win the lottery than it is to find the exactly 4 year same opportunity image and reverse the colors at exactly the same place between 100 different images posted from the NAFCAM of opportunity that day 4 years back. Isn't that amazing?
Bingo. And you know, we both know that there's so many people looking at these anomalies. We know there's a lot of overlap in discoveries that we will simultaneously post the same anomaly.
Yeah.
Many of us will.
Yeah.
But I know with you, and I know certainly with me, I recognize my processing technique. And when I saw the dome picture appearing all over the place, I knew it was mine because I knew how I processed it. And you have the same thing.
Yes, exactly. And I think it was the Daily News, UK Daily News, I think, correct me if I was wrong, where they used my picture, the one I enhanced of your findings, and they cropped it so the logo didn't came up there, and then they referred to Scott Waring or something, and then they came a video from the channel that I won't say the name of here. That just got a big, they just got their ass kicked yesterday in an article by Keith Langley and with Ferrara on I think it was Richard Hoagland's show in the radio here a few days ago.
Good.
But that's pretty annoying when people are doing it. I'm glad they're sharing the pictures, and I don't mind they refer to other videos made by others, but Jesus Christ, please just give the credit to those who did the work. They don't get less views by that reason, not at all. But
that's why I think, TJ, that the body of work that each of us individually do is very important, because one day, whether it's in the near future or far future, people are going to find the work that you did. They're going to find the work that I did, or Rami, or Billy Carson, or Martine. And they're going to see that body of work, and they're going to go, my goodness, this person was doing this all those years ago. They knew about it all these years ago. You know, and the YouTubers and the people that steal our stuff, they're not in it for the long haul. They're in it for the hits and the money. But they can't go out there and find stuff for themselves. They can only steal.
That's it.
Whereas,
exactly. And that's what when it becomes sad, because if they just did their own work or used the link that we normally provide with the articles on marsmoonspace.com, where I post the best of what I have found, I always provide the links so people can go in and search it from themselves. If they just would do that and make their own takes on it, fine, no problem.
That's fine too.
Go ahead, share the news, share the truth.
Yeah.
But do your own research, or give credits to those who you took the research from.
It seems like a very minimal courtesy, in my opinion. But, hey, we don't live in that world. We don't live in that. We live in a world that's dark, and
that's the way it
so
is.
be it. But we just have to keep doing the work.
Yes, exactly. But back to your amazing in Dome. How much response have you gotten on it on Facebook?
Well, there were a lot of very positive comments. It got a lot of hits on the various Mars anomaly sites. I posted to a half dozen of them. And, you know, other than that, though, I got a lot of attention from the Huffington Post and from all the people who stole it. They got all the hits. But, you know, hey, whatever.
Yeah,
you know,
whatever.
The thing is, again, like you know what you found, you know what you did. So we award ourselves the gold medal of our own self-esteem. You know, even if we don't get the credit, we know who did it.
Yeah, that's the most important. I'm just glad that our work is being shared. So I said what I think about it. I think people should give the credit to those who did the work. They won't get less views because they give the credit. They will only get better karma. But it's their choice. And to be honest, when I see someone taking my works and using it, I don't care anymore. I don't think about it anymore. I just think, hey, one more, you know. Yeah.
So, well, I used to get upset, but you know, now I just keep working. I just keep looking.
David, what are you doing in your normal life for living?
I don't have a normal life.
When you're not doing Mars research, what are you spending your time on?
Well, I'm a retired professional musician. I spent most of my life backing up major singers and stars here in the United States, and as a recording musician in Hollywood and at Disney Productions. I'm retired now. I'm working as a laboratory technician at a nuclear pharmacy.
Okay.
Where we prepare radioactive medicine for use in MRIs and CAT scans, and all the different things that they use to diagnose cancer and heart problems, that type of thing. So, and the work is very interesting and challenging, and it gives me something to do other than just stare at myself, which gets old real quick. But I spend, TJ, I spend probably anywhere from 2 to 5 hours a day looking at pictures. That's one of the joys of being retired. I download hundreds and hundreds of pictures, and I comb through them piece by piece, looking for something, anything non-fractal. So I have the luxury of time that maybe somebody like you with a family and a day job, and you've got so many responsibilities, and how you're able to produce what you produce with everything you're doing is amazing to me, you know, because I just have the luxury of time. So I'm using it. This is a passion of mine. And I'll tell you the truth. I got in this, TJ, to debunk it. And, you know, I kept seeing these photos every now and then. Well, here's this on Mars, and here's that on Mars, and here's a car, and here's a spaceship, you know. And I said, oh, that's crap. And so because of my background, I used to do classified projects for Redstone Arsenal at U.S. Army Missile Command and TMDE, LASO, various organizations like that.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And I said, okay, well, I'm going to debunk this. So I went into Google Earth, and TJ, within 15 minutes, I found archaeological ruins. And it completely blew my mind. I said, that can't be. And so I kept looking, and in another 15, 20 minutes, I had found 5 more. I found pyramids, I found walls, I found objects I couldn't explain. I said, this is crazy. They're probably doctoring Google Mars. So I found the NASA JPL servers, started downloading the pictures from there, and then that's all she wrote. I mean, I started finding things, and it just blew my mind that, you know, there really is something going on up there.
Yes.
So it's my passion, it's my hobby now.
Okay, cool. I remember when I met you first time on Facebook, you did something you called the flipbook, Anomalies of David Gannet's Anomaly flipbook, right? Wasn't that?
Yeah, well, the fabulous flip books of anomalies.
Fabulous flipbooks, that was awesome. And I love them because you took other people's work, credited them, put them together in a nice presentation where all these anomalies found it was presented with the credit to those who found it. And I remember I loved it. Every time I saw David Gannet posted a video, I was on. I can assure you about that. And I love it. I don't know if you remember, David, but I actually took all your videos and created a playlist with your video.
I was so honored.
And I'm going to tell you out there, if you want to see those fabulous flickbooks, anomalies, then you can see them on marsmoonspace.com. And I will leave a link in the video description to where you can see this video, and you can see more awesome pictures that David has processed. And you can find the link to David Gannet's YouTube channel and the playlist that I made with David's videos on, where you get directed to. No, I did not take David's videos and download them and upload. No, it's David's videos that I created a playlist to. So you are actually going to get a link to David's YouTube channel on the marsmoonspace.com.
Wow. I'm in the big time now.
So, David, let me know one thing. What group on Facebook is your favorite group?
Oh, you're going to put me on the spot like that? Oh, TJ, well, of course it would be Mars, Moons, Space Zoom Club. Of course it would be. There's good work being done in a number of different groups, as you know. Rami is very consistent in finding fabulous stuff, and his processing skills are world class. I think visually his are about the most compelling and easy to look at format that he's done. As you know, I'm always experimenting with different formats. It's a question between getting fancy and having the time to get everything done. But what I like about your Facebook site is the wide variety of contributors. You have people from all levels of the anomaly hunters genre, if you will. And the contributions are neat. The people helping each other are neat. You know, suggestions to the newbies and some of the discussion. And then, of course, we all get our trolls now and then. You know, but we have troll spray. We can get rid of them. So that's I really really enjoy that. Martine's group, Martian Genesis
yes.
has really taken off.
A new group. We also will put a link up to on the page with David Gannet here.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so there are any number of Misa Dreszczyk does some wonderful work over at Star. He's very much into lunar and other off-planet things, not so much the Martian anomalies, but whenever he posts something, I pay attention. Just like when you post something, I go and look right now because I know it's going to be good. And so there are a couple. I post on about 6 different Facebook sites.
Yes. Yes.
And I don't want to get any busier than that because, as you know, it takes a while. If I have 15 anomalies to present from a day or two's work, man, that takes all afternoon to get those up there. So but I've been impressed by the phenomenal growth of Mars Moon Space Photo Zoom Club. It's just like every time I turn around, you have another 1,000 members, and what's happening? I see things. Everything is being upped a notch in quality. For example, and I'm not kissing anything here, but your video production capabilities keep jumping up notch after notch. I love the different things that you're doing, and you have some of the best contributors around contributing regularly.
Thank you.
So it's a good place to be for anybody who is just getting their feet into this thing. They need to go to your site and just sit and watch for a while.
We have the UFA8 site also, which I'm also a member of, together with some of all the other good guys here. David, thank you a million times for joining us here.
My pleasure. It's a real honor to share a little time with you today, TJ. Thank you.
I have a little surprise for you. Should we find out what that is?
Yeah, I just put a new battery in my pacemaker, so I'm good.
Great. Let's go find out.
Okay.
David, we have got some other people with us here on Skype, and you recognize Neville Thompson and Martina Graney. Billy Carson was unfortunately at a football game and couldn't join us right now. Guys, say hi to David.
Hi, David. Lovely to see you.
Hi, David. Lovely to see you.
Yeah.
And I must say, Neville is looking particularly attractive today.
I always look attractive. Always.
Okay.
I've got to interrupt you again because we also have to say welcome to David Gannet in the UFAH group. You are now official member of the UFAH group, and you are also an admin in the Mars Moon Space Photo Zoom Club now.
Thank you very much. I'm actually very honored and touched by that. I do not take that responsibility lightly, and all kidding aside, I feel very honored to be amongst such luminaries as yourselves. So thank you.
We have deep respect for your wonderful work and all the things you have contributed with, and the video, as we talked about in the interview, the fabulous flick book anomalies were awesome. I remember them very well, and I love them all. So a very warm welcome to David Gannet, UFAH member and admin in the Mars Moon Space Photo Zoom Club now. So I hope you will get a wonderful time together with us, and that you can contribute with your findings and can contribute in our future Skype video conferences that we do from time to time.
Thank you so much. I'm just finishing up work on Curiosity Sol 950, and of course ran across the wonderful work that Martine had already done, so I skipped that. I didn't work on that. It's already been done. But I have a number of things I'm going to put up that maybe haven't been found. I don't know. I can never tell. It's usually only until later somebody says, "Well, I found that first." Fine, that's great.
See, the thing is, I believe if somebody else has found it, that's good. Really, it doesn't matter who's found it.
No.
Beforehand, because it just shows that more people are looking and are finding the same things, So it really doesn't matter if anybody else has found it.
No. Exactly.
Well, I love the overlap that we get in the community because, first of all, it tends to verify that we're getting the same images. Second of all, it's really neat to see the different processing techniques, the different approaches that we have to completing the images. So I just love it. And I was just talking to Rami today. Well, I can't talk about this if we're recording, though. I'll talk about it later in a private message.
Okay.
But he wanted to say that that rash hasn't gone away yet. Anyway, there are some projects afoot I think that everyone is going to find very exciting. And we, you know, the work that you're doing with UFAH in bringing together, uniting the family of anomalists, if you will, is very, very valuable because it's in those numbers that we begin to truly have a voice and truly have an impact on an unbelieving world, a mocking world. As we all know, we put up with all manner of silliness or people saying, those are just rocks, and they think they're being brilliant, funny, and original. But I think as we put our heads together and we put our work together and begin presenting them as a unified body, that it will be more and more difficult for the scientific establishment to sweep us aside, to sweep us under the rug. You know, it's going to stop. And so this is a very exciting time, not only to be alive, but to be involved in anomalies like we are. And so, you know, I'm just thrilled to be part of the reindeer games.
Great to have you. You're an absolute joy in the group, you know. Never failed to cheer me up.
Oh my! Yeah, so I imagine I'm sure Billy Carson isn't at a baseball or basketball game, whatever it is. You know, he's because last time I talked to him, he had to hang up because he had to go talk to his parole officer. Yeah, so you know, I think that's just the cover story he's using.
Yeah, I think so.
We are very glad to have you between us, David Gannet, and we hope we will have a wonderful time together with you. Ladies.
Oh yeah, it will be. It will be. When's the next conference going to be, Thomas?
It's not planned yet. I hope we can do one next Sunday here, but the plan is not finished for it yet. So we'll find out during the week when the next one will be. So, but for now, I will say welcome to David Gannet, ladies and gentlemen out there. Say welcome to David. Go to the UFA group or to the MarsFromSpace.com. Check out David's work. I'll leave a link to David and his work and his YouTube channel as I promised in the interview with him. David, from all of our hearts, welcome in the family.
Well,
and thank you to Martina and Neville for being here also, and to say welcome. And I know that Billy Carson is saying the same, and so is the rest of the UFAH team also.
Excellent. And I must say that with your picture in the center, they make the best looking bookends you could ever have.
That's the end for now. Until we see us again. Take care. Bye.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.